Me and my brother Bucky, you know what I'm saying, known him for like 10 years plus, of course. This is his show, and you guys better enjoy it, man. Like, I'll do this again, because, like, as you can see, I'm comfortable. I'm easy. I can tell you things that you never knew before. And, of course, like, the polygamy thing is also, like, it's hard to answer simply because, like, not because I don't want to, but because, like, none of us know how it happened, like, on a real, like, it's just one of those things where I got caught up and, like, you know, my eye was, like, kind of curious. Being the playboy of the house is something I don't like to, you know, look at it in that sense. It's more like, you know, you just get caught up in stuff like that. Man. Yeah.
Who was your first love interest? Let me come to this journey with you. Who was your first love interest? What were you thinking? How did it end? How did it change? Yeah.
My first love, man. I was like 16, man.
No, in the house. Let's agree to disagree. I'm not gonna touch my kids.
Oh, you know what?
Nah.
Can I touch your kid? Nah.
Nigga, what? What did he say?
Nah, let me tell you something. Like, people like me don't win, like, Big Brother type ish. We win on the outside because, like, I went there to entertain, and entertain is exactly what I did, bro.
How long are you working at this time? Like,
I was 2 years deep.
Like engineer, it's big, especially at an African household. How did it take I want to go to Big Brother and quit my job?
That's the thing, bro. I didn't tell him.
What?
I didn't tell him. I just, like, told my moms I'm going over to my mate's house, and I'll be back, like, you know, in a few. I didn't really specify when I would be back. I'd be like, she just saw me pack bags, a car come pick me up, and then that was that.
And then they saw you on TV.
Yeah, and they saw me on TV.
Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here with Jareed. How you doing?
I feel great, man.
Yeah,
you my brother.
always. I'm good. I'm chilling. Thank you for pulling through. Yeah. Shout out.
I got you, bro.
Always. The first question is, I just want to know, prior to obviously entering the house, where were you like in life? What was the situation?
Or before entering the house, I was cooped up in Pretoria as a structural engineering designer, bro. So, like, I was just, like, in corporate vibes.
And then how did you, I mean, everyone knows about Big Brother, but like what made you apply? Where did you hear about it? What made you take the leap, essentially?
Well, let me tell you, I prepared a whole year for it prior to that. Because I remember, like, I had this plan that, like, I was going to leave my 9 to 5. I just didn't know when. I needed the strength to just, like, get out of there. So I decided, like, I think it was, like, if it wasn't February of, like, 2023, and I was like, okay, PJ hit me up, one of my homegirls, and he was like, yo, bro, like, you should go to Big Brother. And then another mate said it too, and then, like, it's just so happened, like, 4 other mates were saying the same thing, and I was like, nah, bro, like, this is fate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then started hitting the gym, preparing myself, and then once it came, I was already ready.
How it sounds interesting, like trying to plan it a year in advance. How did you know for sure that you were gonna get in? Because I can imagine there's a lot of applicants, and it's like,
truth is, you're not sure that you're gonna get it. You just, like, always take a chance with anything you do in life, bro. But, like, if you're intentional about anything, bro, like, you're really gonna get it because you already, in my head, I already saw myself inside the house when I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? So when that audition video came out, I knew I rocked, bro. I even had the most controversial, like, you know, vid. I put out something that's very controversial to be like, nah, I need to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you're gonna shake up the house, and that you did. That's crazy. What was the processes for Big Brother? I'm just trying to get like a general feel of behind the scenes. How do they screen you?
Yo, bro, like, it's like a ton of auditions, bro. Like, you may get cut even in the middle, bro. Like, but I just hope not, cause, like, I didn't have a job, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, the process is, bro, like, you do your first interview via phone, and then you send it through, or, like, whatever. If you have a camera, to do that too. And then you send it out via, like, to their website, and then they'll screen time whatever, like, process goes on behind. They do that, and then but they'll come back to you if they do.
So at this point, you're an engineer. You hate your job. Why?
Oh no, I wouldn't say I hate my job, man.
I mean, you tried to escape. So like, what made you feel dissatisfied about, like, maybe hate is a big word, your job? Yeah.
Well, the satisfaction came from knowing that I had a bigger personality for people to, like, enjoy and, like, you know, like, generally an entertainer, bro. I mean, like, you'd know this clown vibes,
Yeah,
always
yeah.
high school messing around and stuff, bro. Like, so that's like who I am, bro.
How long are you working at this time? Like,
I was 2 years deep.
like engineer, it's big, especially at an African household. How did it take I want to go to Big Brother and quit my job?
That's the thing, bro. I didn't tell him.
What?
I didn't tell him. I just like told my moms I'm going over to my mate's house, and I'll be back like, you know, in a few. I don't really specify when I'll be back. I'd be like, she just saw me pack bags, a car come pick me up, and then that was that.
And then they saw you on TV.
Yeah, they saw me on TV. I must have been proud though.
I saw them in those t-shirts with your face on. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, right. They were campaigning, bro. That's real, bro.
They were pushing for you.
Yeah, shout out to the family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's interesting. We'll get into like their response when you came out later on, because that's wild that you didn't tell them and you just went in head first.
Nah, bro. Like, certain things you don't tell parents, especially when you're saying like, bro, if you're coming from like that corporate space or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta, bro. You don't tell them stuff like that, bro.
Yeah. You just have to take a leap and see what happens.
It's one of those, my boy.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't tell him shit.
That is insane. Okay. Game plan. We made it. They said, yeah, you pulling through to Big Brother. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? I see you were very intentional, especially with like the socials and stuff. You had someone running that for you. How did that come about? What was the thought process behind everything?
Oh, so when I got in, like, you don't really know you got in until, like, yes, bro, you have so many interviews to go through. So, like, you don't really know. Like, you always pray that, like, they don't cut me, don't find anybody better. But at the same time, I was like, there's one thing that, like, I'm looking forward to, and that's that. And now, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Like, let's focus on that. And then, yeah, gradually, bro.
So what were you thinking as you got accepted? Did you have a strategy of how to potentially win? I'm sure you did your fair bits of research or...
Nah, let me tell you something. Like, people like me don't win, like, Big Brother type ish. We win on the outside because, like, I went there to entertain, and entertain is exactly what I did. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was even in the house, bro. I used to say that all the time. They're like, nah, bro, I'm not, like, I knew I wasn't going to win. But the strategy is to use that platform to broaden other, like, you know, avenues that you want to work towards in life. So, yeah.
Were you completely yourself at the house, or you played a character to entertain? What?
A bit of both, I could say.
Okay.
It was a bit of both. Because, like, there were times where I did have some real moments. And there were times where they don't smile at me.
I'm like, I want one of the real moments, man.
And there were times where, like, you know, I had to, like, you know, put up, like, content for people to watch. But at the same time, like, I feel like all those things I did, like, were extension on myself, low-key, bro. Because, like, they wouldn't have been done if they weren't me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What were the moments where you felt like you were putting on a show? Like, highlight?
I feel like, to be quite honest, bro, I stopped putting on a show, like, after 2 days, man.
Okay.
Yeah, then after that, it just became natural. Like, I just knew, like, the theme was Siamosha, which means a mess.
Yeah.
And I needed to just make a mess of every situation. So, like, I just knew, like, Thursdays and Saturdays, I need a mess.
You need to cook
Yeah,
something.
I need to cook, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sure everyone's watching this and they want to know the spicy questions of, like, the relationship dynamics. So, like, what was going on there? Like, if you could give us a little summary of the timeline and what you were feeling and what was your thought process in each and every moment till you went out, because you were pretty much the, you know, quote unquote playboy in the house.
I would say such a lover.
Yeah, so walk us through the thought process, the people that you were seeing. What were you thinking when you saw the other person, etc.? If you could, like, give your best attempt to summarize the whole journey.
Okay. You got that question, then I'll just answer it. I'll go back in and answer it, then you just edit.
Oh well.
So, like, the thought summary is like, hey, bro, like, at first, like, I don't know, man. Like, to be quite honest, it's hard to, like, answer that question because, like, you just get caught up in whatever's in the house, and everybody who's in the house with you, after the second day, you feel like you've known them your whole life because all you do is talk. No phones, none of that stuff. Like, so that, yeah, being the playboy at the house is something I don't like to, you know, look at in that sense, it's more like, you just get caught up in stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Who was your first love interest? Let me come to this journey with you. Who was your first love interest? What were you thinking? How did it end? How did it change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first love, man, I was like 16, man.
No, in the house. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. No, well, bro, like, these questions are hard to answer, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to bring any unnecessary hype to,
Yeah.
to any of the girls or whatever the case may be. Because, like, I know you're quite the controversial dude like me. So, I'm just going to be like, man, like, shout out to the children, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the kids, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Leaving the kids, man.
Okay, let me try and rephrase that. Maybe like where we don't speak about specific people. What were your major takeaways of the in the house in terms of like just relationship dynamics and people? What did you learn and how much did you learn about yourself? Because obviously people were like, polygamous relationship, whatever that was going on. I was trying to tap into the psyche of that and also compare it to what you're thinking now. So how would you answer that question? What were the major takeaways? What was the learning? Is there anything you did that you regret? In terms of like how you went about the stuff. I know it's a lot of questions. Sorry.
Which one? To be quite honest, like with the relationship dynamics that were in the house, like I loved, like I love the vibes around, like the house, and it was easy for us to like just get into a space where we were just conjoined and together. And then of course, like the polygamy thing is also like, it's hard to answer simply because like, not because I don't want to, but because like none of us know how it happened, like on a real, like it's just one of those things where I got caught up and like, my eye was like kind of curious.
Yeah.
It was more like embracing, like, okay, I get the time to be free in this house. I get the time to do whatever I need or whatever I want. And like, I lived according to no rules. And that's how a lot of stuff happened. I wasn't carefully regulated or like, yeah.
But like, okay, it happens. Are you conscious of it happening or it's just like vibes? Are you like, whoa, like I shouldn't be navigating like this? Or you like, nah, because I remember I saw a clip my heart belongs where it belongs. And it's like you were selling the narrative that like, or you probably genuinely believe that like, you feel strongly towards both people and it's not like any malicious thing. Was that the case?
Nah, bro, I wouldn't say that. Of course, like it was evident, like I felt strongly about a certain individual, but like once stuff started gradually getting by, of course, like there was a certain individual I took I took a liking to, and then as the game, should I say progressed or digressed? It digressed because like after that, like I was confused as to what was going on. Not only that, but there were times where I owned it. There were times where I didn't. Not so much because that wasn't like, I didn't feel like it was like, something I generally do on the outside. So it was like something new. Everything a lot of new things I'd done in that house. And that's why I'm grateful for the experience. Because like I saw parts of myself in which I was like, yo, my dude, that's too crazy. Or like, that's perfect. Or that's good.
Yeah, I remember because obviously like the major crazy stories were what we saw, not like the everyday stuff. I remember there was a point where they said you dropped your towel or something and I went crazy. I was like, and you know who showed me? Terry, yeah, we were out at like, we're at Greenside and he's like, your boy's trending. I'm like, what's going on? And I was just in my head, just to segment into it, I was like, when you came out, like, how did your parents take everything that happened? Did they, like, speak to you about it, or they weren't watching day to day, or, like, what was the dynamic afterwards?
No, apparently, like, they were watching every day. Like, mom's was, like, on a no-sleep run. She'd sleep when I sleep. So it's like, when I came out the house, my mom, like, had called me, and, like, I remember, like, being in a Uber to go do a media run. And she called me crying, saying she's proud, but there's certain things like, I should have done different, But other than that, like, I got to show them a different side they never got to see. Like, one, I couldn't have explained it to them as to why I had to leave, like, the corporate or, like, be in the space where I really want to entertain or really want to, So, yeah,
What did she express to you? If you're comfortable sharing the stuff that you wish you didn't do, that's if you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, of course. Like she expressed the fact that like the poly wasn't on. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I mean, yeah. I mean, we get naked all the time. The shower hour, so like, there's no way like so you could have avoided certain stuff.
The internet was eating up that shit. I was like, whoa. I think it was Drake for a moment. You ain't gotta say anything, dog.
Hey, man. That was crazy, man. I had fun, man. I wouldn't change like the parts in which I got naked. I mean, I feel like it's an 18 plus channel, man. Like you know what you're expecting when you're watching that. So yeah, that not so much. I'll take back. Plus, like, I mean, I was about to say something crazy, but let me chill.
Mental health wise, how were you guys navigating that? I could imagine it's just no phones and something you're not accustomed to, seeing the same people every day, and people are watching you. Like the constant worry that like, yo, do people hate me? Do people love me? How am I being received? And also still trying to entertain and be yourself. Yeah, just talk to me about that psyche and how you were thinking, or even if you were thinking about all that.
Okay. So like, when you get into the house, bro, I was so nervous. Like 2 days in, and you're in a room full of like new people, like and you don't know how they're gonna perceive you, as much as like the audience on the outside. But like after a day or two, you forget about the cameras and you start being yourself. And the psyche behind it was like, no phones is like, it's kind of normal because like I wasn't like big on social media like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm only gradually learning that like, oh, you need to post up this, post up that. So like the phone thing was like always a thing to like, I could put it aside. So that didn't really affect me. But other than that, man, like,
Yeah.
life is good, man.
Type shit. Major takeaways from the experience.
Confidence, bro. Like, owning it. And like, seeing a side of yourself in which you never knew was there, because the activities and tasks like put you in a space where you gradually need to be someone you've never been before. And nah, man, like I wouldn't, bro, like that experience is, I'd wish it upon anybody. And whatever game you choose to play, like play it well and own it, bro. Like, yeah, you learn at the end of it all. And besides even getting outside the house, if all of us are hated or all of us are loved, it's half and half, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's more like, how you gonna use that to your advantage?
Yeah.
Also, like, bro, if you're someone that's very shy, like I happen to be shy before, like all that Big Brother stuff, it puts you in a space where you constantly have to assert yourself in situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see like reality TV shows, platforms, they obviously give you guys a nice stepping stone to go into the media world. And some people kill it and some people just completely go out of the radar. I assume that you are trying to obviously have a full-time career with like being a personality. Certain people like make a living from it, and certain people just die out, and I assume that you're trying to obviously make a living from it. It must be your career, etc. Like what intentional steps are you doing to remain relevant and to like leverage off your little boost that you had from Big Brother?
I love the question when you said relevance, because like a lot of the housemates, or like a lot of them, feel the need to constantly do things to stay relevant. And I was having a conversation with a few of my mates from the house, and I was like, yo, if you're always going to chase relevance, you'd be willing to do a lot of things for attention, which isn't bad, because you'd be willing to compromise yourself in every situation just to try and appease individuals. So once I got that out of my head and said, you know what, it's about the background work you're doing. And yes, we are going to be in spaces. You guys get to see a lot of me on TV, simply because like I'm gradually building the foundation to be on the screens. Simply like, we out here taking acting classes, voiceover classes. We doing everything to make sure that we solidify ourselves in the space. It's not about the relevancy or whatever case may be. Like for me, I took it as like longevity.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a time to learn. Right now, it's the phase to, and every time I go on set with like anything I might be working towards, I always gradually want to humble myself to the fact that like I tell them that like, yo, I don't know anything about this. Please like put me on. I'll never act like I'm big. Reality TV is nothing as compared to like the the media world, because there's people who went to school for this. That's who you're competing against. You're competing against people like, where else I took 3 years doing my course.
Yeah.
They took 3 years doing everything in the media space. So they came polished, and that's what I needed to polish myself up. And yeah, bro.
That's interesting. And you're still beating some of them that went to school. Crazy. Life is so insane.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's the hard work, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, you need to, if you're gonna pursue this, bro, you need to be on a no sleep thing. Plus, it's effortless for me simply because I always want to be an entertainer in a sense. So, for the first time, I'm working hard as towards what I love or what I'm choosing to do. So it becomes easy. You don't even feel the hard work behind it, because like you just like know that at this time I gotta wake up, at this time I gotta go cost, at this time I gotta go audition, at this time I gotta do this, that. So like, beautiful space I'm in, bro. Like, and don't believe anybody that says it's hard, bro. It isn't. It's just about like how you perceive it.
Yeah, the story you tell yourself. So, like, for me, just to add on to what you're saying, if you believe it's hard, you will behave in the way that you think it's hard, and it will give you reaffirming beliefs and reinforcing ideas. So, like, if I'm like, oh, I'll never do this, and some little thing goes wrong, I'll be like, oh, I knew it. But if I have the mindset of like, I can do this, and I have a setback, I'll still continue. I'll be like, nah, this is just minor, and I'm more likely to be successful because I have that framing. So it's like, it's the story you tell yourself. That's interesting.
It's really that, bro. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Describe you to you.
Describe me to me.
Yeah.
Bro, GOAT, bro. Like, nothing but like, bro, always wanted to do the impossible, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I always do something that's never been done, bro. Like,
Clap,
you know
man.
this. Yeah, that's like a little inside joke for those who don't understand. But like, this thing doesn't only start on like, Big Brother or anything like that. For those who know me, know I'm always gonna do something that's crazy. Know I'm always gonna like push boundaries, push limitations, because someday those limitations will push back. And to be quite honest, man, like, you only have one life to live, and then you're dead. And then what did you have to atone for, like, in this life? What can you say you did? What can you say? I'm the first of many to do this and that. That's why I always tell you and anybody else, like, who's working towards something that they may not see right now, is that, boy, bite that gloss and stare into the abyss and go hard, bro. Go hard for your thing, bro. Like, it's yours, bro. Don't let anybody, like, question it, bro. If you gotta wake up and set up, like, right now, we were in a hurry. Like, you just set up. That's exactly how it needs to be, bro. Like, you always need to be ready. And the only way, like, you can really, like, be successful in this, if you hold on, bro. That's another thing. Like, you gotta be patient enough to understand that there's things you need to learn. There's a season for everything. Right now, you learn. Next season, you're up. And even when you're up, the lows hit harder somehow. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different kind of low. But always expect the challenge to be there. Don't think like it's not gonna be, bro. Like, you just get to choose your heart, I guess.
Yeah. Choose what's suffering for you, at least. What's something you wish people better understood about you?
Besides the fact that I'm a genius. Besides the fact that, like, your boy's on a genius tip. But, like, other than that, like, I want people to understand that, like, if anything, you see how we listen to these gurus online always telling us to work hard, do this, do that. Don't work hard, anything like that. I want to show people, like, through me, that, like, what it takes to make it type. So, like, right now we're at this level where it's calm. Yes, we have a name for ourselves, but it's not where we want to be. But if I take you on this journey, I want to show people, like, there's steps to success, bro.
Yeah.
And take it from me. I will continue, like, thriving, continue stepping, continue doing those things to solely show you that, like, this is, like, what's happening. So, like, I've been vlogging my life ever since 2019. Funny enough, I got, like, one long, like,
really?
I have, like, one long video. So, like, I'm about to drop those in segments to show people, like, yo, 2019 I was doing this. I have myself, like, in the pick and pay, stacking like stuff up the south, and I have, like, progression, like, when I moved out of home, all that stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
To digress to more, like, light, stupid stuff. Not entirely stupid, but, like, what did you think of the Drake beef?
Oh, man. That was amazing. I mean, like, hip hop is finally back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you've always been looking for K-Dot, so I'm sure you were
I was happy.
jumped.
I was happy. I was like, oh, man, he's back, bro. Like, cause I won't lie, man. I didn't like the Mr. Morale thing, cause like he's a therapist. I'm not trying to like go to therapy stuff like that. But shout out to those people who go to therapy. And stuff.
Me.
Sorry, man.
Hey, man.
man.
Kendrick did it for us.
Hey, man, he did it for them, man.
Them for the time.
Hey, that's deep, man. Hey, man, that's too deep. But yeah, man, like I loved it more than anything. Like where I resided closer to Kendrick than I did Drake. But Drake is actually the soundtrack to our lives, bro. Like whether we fall in love, whether we cupping L's or whatever, he just has the sweet sounds to serenade the situation, bro. Like
Yeah. It became, they kind of like took away the music was still fire, but like it felt like a lot of like gossip gold type of vibe. Who's got the worst dirt on this person? Which I guess that's the nature of rap battling. But I found it very interesting. My nigga Drake, he really tried, man. And then the boogeyman came out and said, "You are my son."
That was a crazy time. Like I feel like this is like the biggest moment of era for hip hop right now in our generation. Like they had Biggie and Pac, and that was like big. But yeah, now we have this crazy, like, bro, I love that beef more than anything because, like, it brought out, like, stuff for, new flows, man. Like, I was, like, with it.
Do you think he's going to come back?
Most definitely if one decides to continue. I think Kendrick, like, deaded it, but, like, if he hasn't, if Drake's cooking something, brother, come hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine Drake's watching this.
Nah, I told him to come hard, man. I paused. Did that need a pause?
It did. Come hard.
Yeah, he paused for sure, man. You better get right.
Yeah. What's one thing you'd change about your childhood?
To be quite honest, my childhood is a direct, like, I'm like a reflection of what happened, like, in my childhood, so I wouldn't change a single thing, bro. Like, everything the way it was, I'd probably, like, crypto, bro.
Crypto.
Yeah, I'd probably like invest in crypto.
Did it ever fucking crash, dog? Did that shit die?
But I would have been like rich now, like I had some
see.
accolades from like crypto. Yeah, no, I changed that, bro. I should have like spent like some 10 rands on like crypto and internet stuff, internet money. But other than that, bro, like we don't have to worry about that because like there's always something that's new and trendy, and you just need to pick it up, and then you're rich again. So yeah.
How do you think your upbringing has affected the way you love people or romantic partners?
Yo, that's deep, bro. Yeah, I kind of like, well, sure, like my parents are married and stuff like that. They've had their ups and downs, of course. And more than anything, like, I'm grateful I got to see that side of them because like they're still together to this day, which actually let me know that like love, you don't get to choose, like, you know what I'm saying, the things you endure within the space of love. When it comes together, there's no 50-50. You just got to learn to be the person 70 when they're at their 30. You just need to compromise a lot more. So like how, like, bro, I'm like, funny enough, I'm actually the biggest lover out here, bro. Like very, very, like, intentional about like my love, and I let it be felt, Yeah.
Do you think the way you perceive love is because of your parents? Do you one day want to like mimic what they have and like have that for yourself?
I'll be honest, man. Hell no. But to be honest, like I'd like a different approach because like I feel like we shouldn't repeat the same things we've seen before. Always gradually take your own, like, understanding of things and apply to your relationships and anything you do, simply because it'll be genuine and real. Simply because I don't know, man. I feel like it's a new way of doing it if you're doing it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't go imitating anybody, or it's not going to be as authentic as you know what I'm saying it needs to be. Never, like, if you guys have a weird relationship with like your partner in which you guys understand and it works, then it works, bro. You don't need to go try emulate things. Nah, bro. Find a different style of doing things at all times.
What's your definition of love?
My definition of love.
Yeah. What does it feel like? What does it look like?
Okay. Colors are dull. Days are so bright. No, I'm kidding, man.
I was eating it up, bro. I was like, clip background music.
Nah, for sure. Well, my definition of love is like to compromise, to never choose yourself if you're confined in a space to be with someone else, but to always gradually have the art of thinking for two. So
to never choose yourself.
Nah, you shouldn't, because like if you choose yourself, that's you're not being selfless in that love, because you'd always back away in hopes of preserving yourself, and your love won't be expressed in the purest form. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like cynical, so whenever I think that, I'm like, okay, what if it's bad? And you kind of have to choose yourself, and you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, maybe it's you perceive it as love, and you're like, if I use that principle as like, I'll always never choose myself, it's like I could be in a really messy rut. Yeah.
But that's the problem with us, like 21st century kids, bro. Like, we have this mantra going on: choose yourself, put yourself first. You know, love yourself, love self-God, self this, self that, bro. Like, that's why we're so messed up, bro. Cause like that's why we always doing things for ourselves. That's why. I mean, bro, shit. I hate to break it down, but like, it's not the way to go about it, bro. Because love takes an action that comes from, like, you know, two people that just want to pour into each other, and it should never be about self. What you do and how you represent yourself out there always needs to be in consideration. Like, yo, I have my partner at home who, like, you know, I want to honor, I want to take care of, I want to present myself well. So it always needs to be about the next person. And
Do you believe in unconditional love?
for sure, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Nah, nigga, now we gonna fight.
Dude, bro.
How?
I'll tell you why, bro. Like,
Don't tell me about God.
nah, bro.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
well, God is amazing. God is amazing, bro. But unconditional love for me, like, I really do believe in it, simply because we're caught up in this time loop where content is actually running our lives, bro. That's why I stay off social media, bro. Like, people be posting up crazy stuff to make you rethink the relationship agenda, rethink, like, you know, the marriage, household, and counsel. Bro, unconditional love is expressed in so many forms, bro. But we shy away from, like, understanding that, like, so things that, I don't know, man. Like, you know, men are neglecting certain responsibilities. And yeah, man, like, I don't know, man.
What type of love do you think is unconditional? Because I can't think of any. For me, I think every love is conditional to a certain extent. Like, let's say my romantic partner, I'll only love you if you're with me because you make me feel this type of way. It's like, it doesn't sound as romantic, but most situations are pretty transactional, because if I was like, oh no, I just love you indefinitely, or no matter what you do, then there's a lot of people I'll be in love with. But because if you, like, go sleep with Bob, then I don't love you anymore. That's my condition. That's my out. I'm like, yeah. Even my mom, my dad, you know, family members, like, they love me under the condition that I am their child, their offspring. That's the condition. It's not just like passive, out of nowhere, just feel love for someone with no context and no reason. Because that's how I at least interpret unconditional love. You can, yeah.
Bro, maybe I'm looking at it from a biblical perspective.
That's why I said don't use God, nigga.
Alright, man, like, I feel like, but like, bro, like, it's become my way of life, honestly, bro.
Okay.
Because, like, it's that love thy neighbor type vibes. So that's why, like, everywhere I go, I want to put on a good time. And
You love that, nigga?
I do.
Crazy.
Funny enough, man. I do. And it's simply because of, like, you know, I don't know, bro. Like, there's so much. Oh, bro, I don't know how to describe this generation, bro. Like, we're cooked, bro.
Yeah.
We're, like, so cooked, bro. It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, you know, you this to me or you that to me. Bro, like, back in the days, bro, according to, like, what I've heard and research and information, it's like, bro, if you were misbehaving, the neighbor was allowed to beat you up, bro.
Do you think that's good?
That is good, because they taking care of, like, the situation when your mother's not around, and they want you to represent yourself in such a sense that, because the reason why they taking care of you in that manner is because they love your mother enough to understand that their kid shouldn't be going out into the world like that.
So there's so much nuance to that like I disagree with. Firstly, it's like I'm not pro like physical abuse, because for me it's like I don't think there's any reason to beat someone. Even if they're a child, you know, there are other preventative measure. And also it's like now someone else beating your child. It's like, okay, to what extent? To like, maybe my child did something that I'm okay with and I would like to punish them in a different way, and then you decide to smack the kid. Maybe I'm just like a bit too PC and like liberal and washed. but like, I'm everything you hate, nigga.
Yeah. Literally, man.
Conservative man meets liberal man.
Nah, bro, I'm very traditional as to how I go about like a lot of things, bro.
So you're gonna beat your kids?
Of course, man. More than they know, man. Like, you know, like, yo, man. Cause like, bro, there's certain things like, bro, you know why I turned out to be such a great human being is because I got beat, bro. Like,
Do you think that's the reason why you turned out to be great? Because
bro,
you got
like,
beat?
there's a reason why I don't even smoke stuff like that, bro. Like, or do certain things because I still remember the beatings that my parents gave me when I was about to attempt it or about to. That's, bro. Like talking to kids, that's how you end up having Hollywood kids, bro. Like them weird kids that be doing drugs and going crazy, talking back to you and stuff. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? My kids know, like, when I come with a guest, they stand up, they go to their rooms. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of vibes I'm about, bro. Like beating kids, bro. Like you don't beat them just for no reason. I won't come home and say, hey, come here. Nah, bro. You beat them because like they did something, and you, like after beating them, it's always imperative and like important that like you make them understand why.
Yeah,
They got
but like when you're beating someone, I don't think it's necessarily. Most of the time, you are driven by fear and not understanding. You do not know why what you did was wrong. You just like, if I do this action, they'll beat my ass again. So I think most of the time people are not learning, rather than they just in fear, and they'll probably do it behind your back. Like yeah, for me, maybe people can comment what they think. I think it's not really effective because you do not understand the nuance of it. It's like, I'm just scared. I don't know that this is wrong, but I'll get my ass beat. Oh, I was out late. I got punished. I don't even know why I got punished. But yeah, they're telling me it's bad, but I don't understand why it's bad. I just know they beat my ass and I'm not going to do it again.
But see, there's levels to it, bro. I feel like it's how you deliver the beating, bro. It's like, it's not about like, you're going to hit the kid to the point where it's like, yo, I'm starstruck, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what? Nah, bro. Like, there's levels as to like reprimanding kids. If you beat them in such a sense and then you come over, you hug them and tell them like, yo, kid, listen, I've been there before. I understand how this goes. I understand how, you know, this stuff happens. And, hey, respectfully, I'd like for you not to do it again, because the next time I reprimand you, there'll be harsher consequences. You know what I'm saying?
So you just increase
bro.
the pain threshold.
I would say the pain threshold, but like it's the approach, bro. Some situations don't need a beating. Some situations really do need a beating, bro. You got to look at it like that. Or else you're going to end up with like Hollywood kids, bro. Kids that have no respect, you know? Kind of kids like my dad thinks your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want them kind of kids.
I never got beaten. Maybe that's why.
That's why you like this, bro.
Like what?
You know what I'm saying? That's why you like this, bro. You did.
Let's agree to disagree. I'm not gonna touch my kids.
Oh, you're not?
Nah.
Can I touch your kid? Nah.
Nigga, what? Yeah. What did he say? Heavy pause, bro.
I was about to say something crazy. But may I beat your kids for you, bro?
No, I don't want no one to beat my kids. But we'll see. I think kids are the best like social experiments out there. Yeah.
Wait. Nah, bro. Kids are amazing, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean like you never know. Like there's no right way of raising them.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
you
true,
just learn in real time.
Yeah, that's true, bro. And plus, your kids make their own decisions, bro. Like they could choose to do whatever, bro.
Yeah, and like 60% of who they are is genetic. So like all the stupid shit that you've been doing, best believe.
Dude, my kids are gonna be goated, bro. Bro, I'm looking forward to that. Like fatherhood, bro. Like, bro. I'm looking
Same.
forward to that.
Same, like in a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe like 5 or something.
Like 4 for me, yeah.
Oh, alright, that's clean. That's a clean age.
Yeah.
Nah, 5, bro. You gotta be. I feel like, bro, you work towards your stuff and then have a kid.
Yeah. But cool. Shout out. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Yeah, man, really appreciate it, broski.
You know that, my brother. I'd do it any day, bro.
Oh,
Any day.
Mr. Jareed Odom.
Yeah, you know the
Just
vibes.
Jareed. Is it just no?
Nah, but I know you know my government. You know the real.
Yeah.
One. So,
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
Let me close the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm here with my brother Bucky. You know what I'm saying? Known him for like 10 years plus, of course. This is his show, and you guys better enjoy, man. Like I'll do this again, cause like as you can see, I'm comfortable. I'm easy. I can tell you things that you never knew before. Thank you.
That's why. That's
it was
why.
fine.
It's actually.
Yeah,
I was.
Alright,